convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive. We welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Arizona Cardinals. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Play action. Now it's Murray. It'll buy some time right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 35. And down to the 20.
Let's go.
A big play there on the first play of the game.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jacobs. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Cardinals take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Evan McPherson now for the PAT. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0.
Next to score, Cardinals 7, Steelers nothing.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. K.J. Hamler returning it. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
Now a give, running left is Harris. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later.
They're going for Hamler, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Amani Hooker, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. This defense for the Steelers, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to make it 4th down. They'll try and run for it. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And down to the 7-yard line. They only needed about 4 or 5 inches there. Relied on the big guys up front and got it done.
Yeah, this is the time to just go ahead and hit it straight ahead. No juking, right? No movement in the backfield. Take the ball and go. As I heard a coach tell a player a long time ago, save your dancing for the club, son. Just get up into that line of scrimmage.
A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Play fake. Murray rolling to his right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kyler Murray, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. McPherson on for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Cardinals 14, Steelers nothing.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Hamler now to return it. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
He'll go up top here for Hamler. He's got a man complete. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And the Cards are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Well, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake. Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then. Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On play action, it's Murray. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. Powering his way forward. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. that's going to count as that, because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Here's Murray. And they'll get him down here at the 23. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
From the gun on third down, Murray. And that will be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They're returning it. Here's Hamler. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They run the counter. It's Harris. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Going up top. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a 1st down.
Tackled by Isaiah Simmons.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play. Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Michael Gallup with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Steelers have now made this a 1-score game. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Returnable here for Davis. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
When you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense. Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
And the catch made by Hopkins. A good pickup, 18 yards, but they still stop him well short of the marker.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though.
Hamler now on the return.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be brought down with the first down, and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Flushed out right. And it'll be intercepted.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Cardinals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember, with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Escaping the pressure right. He hits Baldwin right side. They rolled out of the pocket right, and I think he wanted a little something more out of that play, obviously. Instead, he hit a safety valve.
It looked like two well-coached teams there, even though there was no yardage gain, because the offensive guys, hey, they realized their quarterback was out of the pocket. All the receivers went to the right spots, tried to get in his sight line, tried to open themselves up. Just nowhere to go where they could gain yardage. How about the defensive guys, though? Did not lose leverage and kept their poise and made a really nice play.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play.
On the slant, complete to Hopkins.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. So, of course, they declined that there. They knew they had the free play. They got great yardage out of it.
It's kind of like when we were at dinner last night. You saw me reach for the check, so you ordered dessert on top of it, right? You said you had the free play.
Yeah.
Right? Already had what you needed. Go ahead and get a little more on top. I like it.
Here's a 1st and 10 now after they successfully drew him off sides. Now Murray off play action. Going deep for Hopkins.
And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona.
DeAndre Hopkins, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it's now 21-7.
Steelers 7. Evan McPherson sets the kickoff.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw.
Able to hit his target, Claypool.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. But he's got his target, Harris. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Meanwhile, Murray's throw going into the hands of Williams. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Second down at 5. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. It's complete to Hopkins. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
First down, Murray. Going deep for Hopkins. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Cardinals.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. He'll drop to throw. And now here's another interception. He's picked off at his own 47. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. After the turnover, here's Murray. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Murray's throw complete there to Moore.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Hamler now to return it.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26. Yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll try the left side. Harris. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 33.
Steelers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Looking to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Cards are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They had the big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty rosy.
They certainly are, but they've got to be careful about getting complacent, though. They still need to go out and run their offense efficiently. And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Meanwhile, Murray's throw into the hands of Boyle here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. This one caught by Davis. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to tackle right here on this play.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They'll roll him out right. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. Play fake. Murray. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal. They're going for it. Hits Murray. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. Touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Cards continue to pour it on. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Hamler now to return it. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Let's go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
2nd and 9 now. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Zaven Collins. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he finds his target, Ebron. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he works free. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a 1st down.
Zaven Collins there to make the play defensively. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Hey, 25 to the mic. We're going 25 to the mic. Switch out.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. A throw left side, hauled in by Hamler. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. On the give, this is Harris.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them. Gets big yardage.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Najee Harris with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Steelers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by Nagar is up and good.
And the lead's down to 24. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now an option play on 2nd down.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
They'll keep it on the ground. Baldwin. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Now Murray off play action. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And a great job on special teams to down it as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
And they'll get him down up past the 15. 68 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries. So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Unable to corral him, he fights through. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they get to that end zone real fast.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Now back to throw. He gets it complete to Harris. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. This will wind up a loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. They're going for it. This is Harris. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Eric Ebron, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. And now the Steeler offense staying out there, and they'll go for 2. They're going to run it with Harris. And he will not make it to the goal line. The defense holds him here. And this is still a 3-score game as the lead remains 18. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Returnable here for Davis. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
At the 22-yard line.
He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as he'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game. And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Now this time Murray to throw it. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll run on first down. It's Baldwin, and he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on first down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if you picked up the first down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the first down because in college football, the clock stops with every first down and actually aids the defense in that situation.
So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And this coaching staff, CD, I think you'd agree, pleased with this overall effort.
Oh, I think they're more than pleased, right? They've got to look at each other like, wow, we just pulled this one off in a big way. Great job of motivating, even better job of game planning. They were facing a top 10 defense, so they had to make sure that everything was buttoned down, and they had it ready to go, and their guys executed.
Yeah, they were concerned not only about moving the ball through the air, but also on the ground. But both really started to come in sync. So for Arizona, they improved to 14-2 with still one game left to be played in this regular season.